everyone! Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For this video, it's going to be a little bit different. This time, I'm not going to be fully talking about my crochet dolls and events and stuff. I actually want to show you guys what different art mediums I use and which ones are my favorite. I'm going to be splitting this video into 3 parts. So the first part, I will be talking about my favorite dry mediums. The second part, I will be talking about my favorite wet mediums. And finally, I will be talking about what kind of yarn I love to use. So without further ado, let's get started. Just to clarify a little bit, dry mediums, I'm considering any tools used to make drawings. With that being said, one of my favorite tools to make drawings is Prismacolors. I love adding color to simple works of art, whether that's like an anime drawing or like cartoonish drawing, or just anything that I feel like would need a little bit of pop of color. I've been using Prismacolors since I was 15 years old, and I recently, a couple years ago, I found this entire Prismacolors kit from Staples, and you would not believe the price of it. These are very high quality. This one I found in the clearance section, and it was $20. It comes with, I think, 64 different colors, and they are amazing. I absolutely love them, and I've been using them ever since. You can tell, like, some of them are really worn down now. I am kind of looking for a replacement kit for these, because I don't really want to buy a full new kit. I'm just trying to look for like different colors that I would need to replace. But yeah, these ones are very fun to blend. I think this pack, if I'm not mistaken, it actually came with 2 white pencils, and I use the white ones to blend a lot. So yeah, I really enjoy using Prismacolors, and I'll show you some examples of artwork that I've used Prismacolors for. So I use Prismacolors mostly on just drawing paper. But recently, I tried using them on Bristol paper, which is that smooth surface, and it looks really good, and it's actually super easy to blend them on that kind of paper. So if you're willing to try Prismacolors, I highly suggest either using regular drawing paper or Bristol paper. So drawing paper will give you a little bit of like that grainy kind of texture, depends on what kind of paper you get. But Bristol actually is just so smooth that you don't see any texture within the artwork, if that's something you're looking for. My next favorite dry medium to use for drawings is oil pastels. So I am really new to oil pastels. I only bought them last year, and I've used them about 4 or 5 times already. And so I'm still learning some new techniques. But I just bought a cheap pack from Amazon. This is the Arteco brand of oil pastels. They are oil-based, they're non-toxic, and this one comes with 48 different colors. And this was only like $20, I think, which was a really good deal because I've checked the prices at Michael's, and of course those are like higher quality for more experienced artists. But this one, I find it's perfectly fine. I learned how to use them through watching videos on YouTube, different techniques on how to blend them, how to layer them, and it's almost like painting. But these ones I think they're very high quality if you're just starting out with learning how to use them, like I did. I will just open it and show you guys what they look like. So it comes with this foam sheet to cover them so they don't dry out, because I've learned the hard way that if you leave them out on your table after using them for a little bit, they start to turn like kind of hard and chalk-like, I guess. They start drying out. But yeah, so that's kind of what they look like. I'm not gonna flip them because I don't want them to fall all over the place. But yeah, it comes with 48 different colors, and these are colors that you can use for different landscapes. You can make like a grassy field. There's a wide variety of greens and yellows and oranges. I really love these colors. I do wish that there was more brown, because I do use brown a lot for trees and animals. And I wish there was kind of like an in-between between these two. I remember when I bought these, I bought them from Amazon. And they had so many different kinds, different brands, different sizes. So there's a wide variety on Amazon if you wanted to check that out. The last medium I like to use to make drawings is alcohol markers. And there are so many different brands of alcohol markers out there, and I know they range in the quality that you get with them. So I was completely new to alcohol markers. I've never used them before, and so I just wanted like a simple starter kit from Amazon. This was the cheapest option that there was. It is called the A Top Star brand, and yeah, it comes with 80 colors in here. A lot of people suggest Ohuhu markers, or however you pronounce it, or like the Copic markers, but those are so expensive, and as a new person to alcohol markers, I just wanted to try them out and see if I like them. They are super difficult to use. I have to learn different techniques. I did end up getting a blending marker from Michaels to help me blend, because apparently I don't know how to blend. But yeah, I got this pack, and I'll show you the colors that it comes with. A wide variety of colors. Unfortunately, some of the colors were missing. It did come with 80, but it didn't come with the same 80 that were on the package on the Amazon display picture. But I am satisfied with my purchase. I made several drawings with these. They took several attempts to do. These ones do kind of streak a little bit, and I don't know if that's just the marker itself or because I'm just not using it properly. They do have dual ends, so one of them is like a fine tip and the other one's like a chisel tip. They aren't very like brush-like. This is just like marker-like, if you know what I mean. Like, I know the other, like, Copic brands, they have, like, a brush tip where it's very, like, almost like calligraphy if you're writing with, like, that. This one is kind of hard to color with, which, in the future, I definitely will look into getting a more, like, paint, kind of, like, brush feel to the ends of them. But other than that, I think if you're just wanting to try something, or if you're not willing to spend a lot of money, I would suggest looking on Amazon. You don't have to get this exact same brand. There's tons of other different brands out there for alcohol markers on Amazon that are very cheap. Just make sure you look at the reviews before you buy them, because I know some of them, some customers had issues with the colors that they got and whatnot. So just make sure you check the reviews, as you should do with anything that you buy from Amazon. The next set of mediums I'm going to talk about are wet mediums, and these ones specifically make paintings. The first one that I am super familiar with and I've been using for many years is watercolors. So this is a new watercolor set I got last year, and I think that they're really good because these ones are more of like the wet kind of watercolors. And you only need a little bit at a time for it to look very pigmented. This is the Artist's Loft brand from Michaels. It is very, very affordable for someone who is starting out with watercolors. And you got a bunch of colors here to choose from, and obviously if you're a painter like me and you don't want to spend a lot of money, you just mix the colors together and you get the color that you're looking for. So yeah, I bought this last year because I really wanted to try them out. They were on sale. Because since literally the beginning of time, I've been using my trusty watercolor palette that for some reason I cannot find it at this moment. It is just a dry palette that I got from a local art shop here in London. I just don't know the brand. There's no branding whatsoever on it. So I'm kind of worried that once I run out of it, I can't buy it again because I just don't know which brand it is. But that really sucks. So I got these ones instead, and I've been using these mixed with the palette that I have, the dry palette. So yeah, I highly recommend this brand for watercolors. They're very, very pigmented. I absolutely love them, especially the red. The red is the most pigmented out of all of them. I made the mistake of putting too much red on my palette to use, and I never used it, so that kind of went to waste. But yeah, they're very, very affordable. They're sold at Michael's, and yeah, highly recommend it. The next wet medium I like to use is gouache, and I am new to gouache. I actually was gifted this set by my parents for my birthday last year, because I would not stop talking about it and showing them videos of people painting with gouache, and I really wanted to try it out. And the first time I tried it, I was actually impressed with how my very first gouache painting turned out. I will show it to you here. And so since then, I've been trying to improve my skills with gouache, trying to learn, you know, different techniques on blending and how to mix colors properly. Yeah, so this one is kind of expensive. I think my dad got it from Amazon. You can buy it from the official website, I think. I'm not too sure about that. But I think this was $30 for 24 colors. 24 different packages, or colors in here. So I will show you what it looks like. Bear with me. So they are dried out. If you don't know, gouache is kind of in between watercolor and acrylic. It's drying, but you can bring the paint sort of back to life with a little bit of water. I should probably do that because I've heard rumors that some people have gotten mold inside their gouache sets, and so far that hasn't happened to me, but I am kind of worried because I don't use this every day. I don't even use it every week. Sometimes once a month if I have time to paint, and if I feel like using this medium, I will. But yeah, you can kind of see like how dried and cracked they are, but I promise you with a little bit of water and like kind of stirring them, they do come back to life. Which is the neat thing about gouache, because you can always save the paint, they don't go to waste. If you have a lot on your palette, just wait for it to dry, and then if you want to use that same color again, just bring it back to life and it's fine. And you can bring it back to life and scoop it up and put it back in here. But yeah, I really enjoy using gouache. I have been following a lot of YouTube tutorials on people painting with gouache. I really am a fan of painting like sort of like Zelda screenshots or Ghibli scenes with them. So I plan to do more of that in the future. That's it for my wet mediums. So now I will be talking about my favorite yarn to use. So my go-to yarn is very affordable and inexpensive. I feel like for specifically medium-sized yarn, you don't need to go full out and purchase like the highest quality brand or whatnot. I just get this from Walmart or Michael's. It is the Bernat Premium, and it's just acrylic yarn. Like, it's perfect for someone just starting out crocheting, but it's also very affordable for people like me who own a small business and need to buy this in bulk. So I have been using this for like 5 years now, since I started crocheting, and I haven't had a problem with it. This is literally like, it's just acrylic yarn. So yeah, I highly recommend it. I always have literally this in every single color in my stash. Literally every color of the rainbow. I remember when I made my BTS blanket, which by the way was made fully with Bernat yarn. I filled my shopping cart at Michael's with I think 30 balls of yarn of different colors, and I'm still going through that yarn right now, and so it lasts quite a long time. So obviously, like, it's very worth the price. I think like these are like regular like $5 a ball, which is insanely good. Next, if you have a little bit of experience with this kind of yarn and you wanted to move on to something a little bit different, I highly recommend the Loops and Threads Sweet Snuggles Light. So this is only available at Michael's if you live in Canada. I'm not sure about any other in the States or whatnot, but it is a super bulky yarn, so you need a bigger hook to use with it than you would normally use for this. So I use a 5mm hook at minimum. You can use up to, I think it says 8mm hook, which, you know, the bigger size of hook you use, the more space you're going to have in between your stitches. So I tried the 8mm hook and I didn't like how the dolls were coming out, so I used a smaller hook to get that sort of tighter stitch. And obviously this is chenille yarn, so it is quite delicate. Then obviously this yarn, sometimes if you're trying to make like a magic circle, it will come off. Fluffy part will come off and it's just like a bare string. So just be mindful that you have to be gentle. If you're having issues making a magic ring, I would find a similar color to this in acrylic yarn and sort of crochet around the acrylic yarn and then just cut it off when you're done the circle. But so far, like, I haven't had any issues. These are a little bit more expensive than I would hope, but I look for deals, and usually Michaels has them on sale for 40% off. So that's when I snag them. I buy, like, in bulk, because this is the yarn I mostly use for dolls now, because a lot of people like this yarn. They like how the plushies feel with this kind of yarn. This one is more for, like, making keychains. Like, this is more durable if you're gonna have, like, something hanging on your backpack than rather this. This is more for, like, a cuddly plushie. I have several different colors, different kinds of speckled kind of yarn as well. So yeah, I highly recommend this. That is all I have for you today. I hope that this video made you learn something, a thing or two about different mediums. This is just my opinion. I'm not right, but I'm also not 100% wrong. So these are just suggestions. Obviously, I'm not telling you to go out and buy these products. I'm just telling you that if you want to save money and if you're just starting out as an artist, these are more your go-to brands of mediums to use. But obviously, like, there's so much out there. You can literally just go shopping at a craft store and just see how many different brands offer the same products, obviously with different quality and price range. You gotta search for what you really want to use it for. I'm more here for your entertainment and to sort of guide you in that right direction when it comes to art. I'm no, like, Picasso or Van Gogh or whatever. I just do my own thing and that works out for me. And if it doesn't, obviously I learn from my mistakes and I try something new. Art is all about trial and error. If you buy a product and you don't really like it, well, at least you know for next time, right? And you can always use that product for something else, like for like a scrap craft project or something. You can find many different uses for it. I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, please leave a like, comment, share it with your friends. If you have any artists in your life that would like some guidance, bring them on down to my channel and I will do my best to assist them in any way. I hope you all have a lovely day, and the weather's turning out really nice now here in Canada, so I'm super excited to do more painting outside very soon. So I hope you enjoy your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!